Guys, welcome back to Charisco Crypto. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's discuss. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Let's discuss everything else. Let's talk about everything else that is happening in the crypto space. So as you guys can see, so Bitcoin is slightly down today. So Bitcoin deep down to 114,000. So $140,500, but now the market is slightly recovery back up. So Bitcoin, as you guys can see, as of now, is trading between $115,800, so which is huge. So which is why a day like today we'll be looking into the Bitcoin, long-term cycle, 4 year cycle. So not just looking into Bitcoin 4 year cycle, but we'll be also be looking into the at the Bitcoin's the altcoin performance and Bitcoin's long-term holders as well. So which is why so we will be understanding, what is happening in the crypto space. So we have to know where we are in the crypto space and what should be happening in the market next. So guys, smash the like, press the subscribe button, make sure your notification bell is on. So let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So as you guys can see, so today we'll be going through most of those charts for we to know where we are in the crypto space. Mostly in the, even if the global money supply. So mostly in the Bitcoin long-term 4 years cycles flatter. So which it will be showing us, so where we are in the market and what will be happening next in the next few months or in the next 1 year. So we'll be looking into this chart. But first, I want you all to know that just like as I was saying yesterday, President Trump. So finally, he visited the Federal Reserve yesterday. So what did he went there to do? Is for him to press Jerome Paul. So President Trump went to press Jerome Paul to cut the interest rate. So, but which is the question we need to ask is that why is Jerome Paul still not cutting interest rate? Because Jerome Paul know that inflation is real. Yeah, good evening, guys. Happy weekend. So let's discuss Bitcoin, guys. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto and everything else that is happening in the crypto space. So, guys, for sure, despite the the bullish news, the positive news we still have in the crypto space, but the market decided to dip down. Don't forget, yesterday I also it's just like I presented this yesterday during my live stream. I said, so I was saying this yesterday that this one when everybody is so much bullish about the market. Coming to this guy, which I'm forgetting his name. So he said that, so he think that Bitcoin hedge against inflation. I said, yes, but we all know that, Bitcoin hedge against inflation. But Yves Kramer, Jim Cramer, when Jim Cramer predicted that for sure Bitcoin hedge against inflation, we all know Bitcoin hedge against inflation. But when Jim Cramer said it, I said, I think it's time for us to take profit. So for sure, but don't be scared. Guess what? Altcoin is coming soon. Alt season is preparing because Bitcoin pulling back and most of the money are still flowing into Ethereum. So we show that Ethereum will lead the way. So guys, let's dive into the market. Let's see what is happening in the crypto space. So the tally was still going on, guys, for sure. Stacharesco, happy weekend. Yeah, happy weekend to you all, guys. So let's discuss Bitcoin, let's discuss crypto, let's see what is happening in the crypto space. So, guys, don't be scared. So, a day like today, so the market have a pullback. This is what I'll be telling you guys. So, prepare for a day like this. So, for sure, a dump like this should be coming. So you all know that, if you have been following me, you'll be if you are scared, so that means that you haven't been following this channel. So don't be scared. So a day like this, we take it as an opportunity, which is today we'll be looking into the chart, the 4 year cycle. So what have been happening in the previous cycle? I've been telling you guys that we always go with 4 year cycle and where we are in the market. So if the bull market is already over, so we're already in bear market. So which we'll be looking into that shortly. So guys, let's dive into the market. If you are watching from S, you are watching from Kick. Also make sure you are watching me from. Also make sure that You are following me on YouTube. It's very, very important. Turn on the notification bell so that each time I'm live, you'll be able to notify. So we'll be able to discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So, guys, as you guys can see here, European companies South alarm over tariffs aims scabless the strikes US trading. So European Union haven't still be able to have a deal with US yet, but guess what? The Europeans companies still hit with the tariffs. So which is sound crazy, but that is how it is. Which is why there's no tariff in Bitcoin. There's no tariff in Bitcoin. There's no inflation in Bitcoin. So which is why you guys can see here. So Donald Trump visited the Fed yesterday, say that we should be like Switzerland. So on the interest rate. So for sure, President Trump said that Fed Fed should cut rate. So why is Fed Fed not cutting rate? So when the U.S. national debt is skyrocketing, so Fed Jerome Powell, so he's trying to protect the economy of the country. So that's because if they decide to cut rate, so what should be happening next? So if they decide to cut rate, so inflation will be hitting the country more harder than now. So that is how it is. So inflation is real. The government keep printing more money every single day. Guys, share the stream. So smart the like, so share the stream with your friends and family so we can discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. I know it's weekend, so you guys want to go and enjoy the weekend. So I will be keeping it short, but we have to go through most of the important charts that show where we are in the crypto space. For sure, Miraculous, you are right. So guys, first, I want you guys to see this. This is a Bitcoin log terms 4 years cycle. So I will be zooming in so you guys will see it better. So you guys will first we will start from 2014. So this is after the bull cycle 2014. You guys can see here. So the market deep down. So after that, so which take us here. So after the 2018 bull cycle, so you guys will also see it here, so which is the 1 year down. So the 1 year down, so we'll be recovering back up slightly, which will be recovering gradually, so till the last year of the cycle, which is the parabolic phase 2021 that happened 2021. So the parabolic phase also happened 2017 when we have the downside 2018. So, which is what I always say. So, the 4 years we have at least we always have 4 year cycle in the Bitcoin market. So, which is the 1 year downside. Forget that. You know what people will be telling you that oh, maybe this year is different. So the cycle is different. This year cycle is different. No, there's nothing different. So this is what I keep telling you guys. So over the past few years, so Bitcoin has been following the 4 year cycle. So this is because it's been programmed by code. So don't forget that. Despite we have a lot of bullish news, which I'll be showing you guys just now. Sailor will still be raising how much? MicroStrategy will be raising another $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. But those are bullish news. But Bitcoin is down a day like this because the long-term holders are taking profit, which I will be showing you guys the chart right now. So as you guys can see here, so this is this is 2017, which is the parabolic phase. This was the parabolic phase of the year. So which is still 2025, the same as now. So we are in the parabolic phase right now. So which yesterday I was saying it that we are in the last phase of the cycle. So we are in the last phase of the cycle. So right now, you guys can see this is the chart from 2017, which was the last phase of the cycle. So after 2017, we entered 2018, which was the downside of the cycle. So then the market started recovery for the next 2 years. So after the next 2 years, we entered the parabolic phase, which was the last 3 years of the bull cycle. So 1 year down, 2 years, 3 years up. So because this is the parabolic phase, which I said that it will usually go for like at least 18 months after having event. So this is the having event, as you guys can see here. So having event happened half of the 20 half of 2020. So from half of 2020 till end of the parabolic phase, it usually become 18 months. So which you guys know, I have been saying it. If you have been following me here, I've been saying it that after having event, we usually have which is 18 months. So this is a having event when a Bitcoin cut the block supply by 50%. So the block supply, people who are mining Bitcoin today, well, let's say for example, if they are receiving a 10 Bitcoin per block, so next having event, you have to cut the block by 50%. They will be receiving at least 15 Bitcoin per block. That is when so Bitcoin we start recovering. Well, that is when we will enter the 18 months of the last phase of the cycle. So you, as you guys can see it here, it happened 2020. So 2020, you guys can see it here. 2021 was the last phase of the cycle. So which was the parabolic phase. So which take us here as well. 2022, the market was down. You guys can see it, the bear market, which were down. So and guess what? From 2023, we started the bull run. So that was 2020, 2022. That was when Bitcoin dipped down to $16,000. So as you guys can see, so guys, share this stream. So smash the like, share this stream with your friends and family. Let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So I would say, don't have to be scared. A day like this, you have to take it as an opportunity. So when the market is down, take it as an opportunity. Accumulate more Bitcoin and crypto. That does not mean Bitcoin would dip below $100,000 once again. As I always say, for sure, I think Bitcoin will dip below $100,000. But if we have a pullback to about to $112,000, it will be more better. That is because more money will flow into the altcoin. So Bitcoin is pulling down right now. Bitcoin deep down, and guess what? The Bitcoin dominance is dipping down as well. So and Ethereum dominance is skyrocketing. So Ethereum dominance is skyrocketing, which show that for sure Ethereum will read the way of the art season. So which is why I think so art season will happen in the next few months. So money will be flowing from next month going. The art season will happen. So which is what the chart is saying. As you guys can see here, so from 2020, from 2022, so that was when the market dipped down. 2023, we start recovering, as you guys can see here, which is the green line. So we start recovering, and guess what? So 2024, half of 2024, that is when we have the last having cycle, having events. So after the having event, we usually have the 18 months, which I usually say you guys can see. So we are in 2025 right now. So this is the parabolic phase, which we are right now. So we are in the parabolic phase now till at least the end of the year. So before we enter 2026, historically, 2026 should usually be the downside of the market. So, which is why I keep saying, so I said our this year portfolio will start now till end of the year. And you guys know that. So that is because 2026 usually be, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I'm letting you guys know what is happening in the crypto space and what the chart is saying. So you guys can see here. So even if it happened to be 2026, okay, the market still, stay the market still stay up, good. But one thing I know is that even if the market dipped down 2026, but guess what? The market will dip down like previous cycle. That is because we now have the Wall Street here, who keep buying and buying and buying, who keep adding more Bitcoin and other crypto assets to their portfolio. So, guys, as you guys can see, so this is where we are right now, which is the parabolic phase. So, as you guys can see here, so this is the parabolic phase of the cycle, so which is where we are right now, last phase of the year, so before 2026. So when we enter 2026, 2026 usually be the downside of the market, but so don't be scared. So take profit. The Wall Street are taking profit. The big boys, the long-term holders are taking profit as well. So which take us here? You guys need to see this chart. So this chart here is a Bitcoin long-term holder supply. So what this chart is saying here is that the Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is saying that, we are close to end of the cycle, but the cycle is still not end yet. So this is what the 4-year cycle is saying. So which take us here. So this is Bitcoin long-term holder supply. So we show that, so if they are taking profit, whenever they start taking profit, for sure, that means they are in profit. So as you guys can see here, so let me zoom so you guys can see. So at the edge here, you can see that now, the Bitcoin long-term holder supply, it head up to like about 16 million. So 15.9 million. So now it's trading between about 50.3 million. So we show that, the long-term holder supply, they have been taking profit. And you guys know, I've been saying it over the past few days that, for sure, the long-term holders have been taking profit, which just like what happened to SRP yesterday, as I was saying yesterday, that, Chris Lester, which is a co-founder of Repo, so he decided to move $175 million worth of SRP yesterday, which is why SRP is being down tremendously today. Guess what? I know that most of you guys' portfolio is feeling the downside today, but it's feeling hot today, but pop fun Tuki is even more, worse. So it's dumping, it keep dumping and dumping and dumping. It sounds crazy, but that is like so. Which it show that many people don't believe in the project at the first time. So the investors, they just make a quick time, a quick profit, and take out their profit. So that is how it is. So long-term holders, they are taking profit as well. So, which you guys see, which were when Bitcoin dip February, when Bitcoin was dipping down, when Bitcoin was in the downtrend, I showed you guys that I showed you guys this same chart that Bitcoin long-term holders are taking profit. Boom. So when they start buying, I also tell you guys they were buying, and you guys can see now they are taking profit as well. So which also accrued why the market is down a day like today. So not just a long-term holder, even if the spot Bitcoin ETF, so having an outflow over the past few days, we show that so the big boys are also taking profit as well. The Wall Street, which are buying the Bitcoin spot ETF, they are taking profit as well. So which is where all those things, that is why include, those are why the market is being down over the past few days. But guess what is skyrocketing? I want you guys to see this chart. This is what is skyrocketing right now. What is up? So why is global money supply hitting up? So global money supply hitting a new all-time high, guys. So global money supply is hitting an all-time high. So global money supply hitting all-time high because the government making pretty more money. This is why not just the U.S. national debt that is skyrocketing. You guys can see, and Bitcoin usually follow this chart as well. So comparing this chart to Bitcoin chart, we showed for sure at least Bitcoin, still have an upside at least to head up to like 130,000 to $140,000 this cycle. We are having a slightly pullback right now, so you don't have to be scared. So, which is normal, is what happens in the crypto space every single day. So, Bitcoin money supply keeps skyrocketing. We show that the government keep printing more money every single day. So one of the way, to hedge against inflation is to make sure you are holding a strong asset like Bitcoin and crypto. So which is what I keep telling you guys every single day. Don't be scared. Bitcoin is here to stay, and you guys already know that. So if you are scared right now, let's say are just coming into the crypto space. Guess what? Bitcoin is just down with few thousands of dollars. So Bitcoin went from $60,000 2022. Boom. I showed you guys the chart just now when Bitcoin was still trading between $60,000 in 2022. So from 2022 to date, Bitcoin is already trading above $100,000. We head up to $123,000. It's just down with few thousands of dollars. Be scared, don't be scared. So guys, the art season, if you guys look here, the top 100 coin performance over the past 90 days, you found out that it's the altcoin that have been outperforming Bitcoin over the past few months. So over the past 90 days, you found out that even if Bitcoin is between top 20, so when Ethereum is between you find out Ethereum is in top six. The 90 days performance. So we show that for sure the art season is already here. So you guys can see Penguin is up with about 300%, followed by Spirals, which You guys will see here hyper liquidity. Hyper liquidity is being up. So CFS, Ethereum, Bonk, Uni and Aave. So form. So following by most of those altcoin has been up huge over the past few months. Over the past 3 months, altcoin has been at season index. You guys can see the chart here. It show that see Bitcoin down here. So Bitcoin is between top 20 to top 25. So we show that the art season is already here and Ethereum is really the way. So don't be scared. Bitcoin, you know, is here to stay. All you just need to do keep DCA dollar cost average. So guys, which take us here? What is happening in the market? So you guys can see strategy is raising STRC offering to $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, despite they're already holding about $71 billion in Bitcoin today, but they keep buying and buying and buying. Strategy keep this year. Guys, if you are watching from the YouTube, so share the stream, share the stream, share the stream. So share the stream with your friends and family alone. Don't forget, share it to your group. So your church group, share it to your Facebook group. So share it to every social media you can, if you can. So share it to all those social media. Tell them that we are discussing Bitcoin and crypto here. So guys, this is positive for Bitcoin. This is positive. So Sailor is raising another $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin and crypto, as you guys can see. So which is huge. So despite all those positive news, Bitcoin is being down a day like this. So that is because we have more sellers than the buyers. It's simple. So why the market is down today is because we have more sellers than the buyers. But the buyers which we have now, they use OTC. You know, they use OTC, which is P2P market. So, which is why I keep saying that, so we will always follow the 4 year cycle for now because we still have, people like Coinbase, which hold a huge amount of Bitcoin in their management. So, Coinbase still manage a huge amount of Bitcoin. Yeah, guys, I see the chat boom. If you have any question, drop your question on the chat for sure. We do Q&A shortly. So we'll be doing Q&A shortly. So Ceylon is raising another $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin, despite people like Michael Saylor buying, but it's still not making a huge effect in the market. That is because people like Sailor, when they are buying, they don't buy using open market. They don't deposit their Bitcoin in Binance Exchange or BYBIT or Kraken to buy. So even if Coinbase to buy, so what they do, they call Coinbase, I need $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Coinbase transfer $1 billion of Bitcoin to them through their management because Coinbase already bought those Bitcoin where Bitcoin was traded between $1,000, $20,000, $30,000. So it will affect the price. But guess what? When the OTC market finally dry up, that is where Bitcoin will skyrocket. So there's no much Bitcoin out there. So just US spot ETF already holding 6.17% of total Bitcoin supply. So, which as of today, I think the price will be between about $150 million, $150 billion. So, it was between about 153 billion, but today the market is slightly down. So, which it will be trading between at least $150 billion. So, the big boys keep buying. You guys can see people like Sailor, they keep raising more money to buy. They are not just buying a Bitcoin, they are buying Ethereum as well. So, which is why if you look at even if Bitcoin dominance versus Ethereum dominance, you find out that Bitcoin dominance is being down with about 4 point something percent, when Ethereum dominance is up a day like today with almost about 2 point something percent, which show that more money are still going into Ethereum now than Bitcoin. So, guys, as you guys can see here, Fidelity buy another 557,918.68 Ethereum, worth about $210.1 million. Again, so they keep buying, now buying, now buying. They keep acquiring more Bitcoin and crypto. So some other cryptocurrency. So Fidelity keep buying, BlackRock keep buying, Grayscale keep buying. Grayscale has been the most seller. That is because they invest early in Bitcoin, so before they convert their Bitcoin, at least. So from Grayscale Trust, they convert their Bitcoin from Grayscale Trust to spot ETF. So that which is why, because back then, the people who invest in Grayscale Trust, there was not opportunity to take profit, which is why since 2024, January 10, when Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved, so after Grayscale Trust decide to convert their Bitcoin to spot ETF, that is when there was opportunity to take profit. So that is that to date, Grayscale they have been the most seller. But one thing is that BlackRock have been covering their buy. So if Grayscale sell at least 1,000 Bitcoin, but guess what? BlackRock will be buying 2,000 Bitcoin the next day. So which is why the market have been holding strong as well. So the Wall Street, they are not just buying a Bitcoin, but they have been buying Ethereum as well. So guys, you guys need to see this is a raw poll, Bitcoin is the best performing asset in history, raw poll. Yeah, guys, you are welcome. So most of you guys I totally understand, So the markets, you guys have been bored that the Bitcoin is been up pushing, it's been up popping over the past few days, Don't be scared. So it's just a matter of time. So keep taking a profit and hold for a long term. So Paul is said that, Bitcoin perform so asset in history. Bitcoin is the best performing asset in history. I've been telling you guys this. Yeah, you guys are welcome. Festus, Victoria, Favor, you guys know like how I mention all the names. So let's discuss Bitcoin. Miraculous Faith. So let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto trackers and Naomi, Sedix, Jude, Risa. So share the stream. So share it to your church group, share it to your any group you can think of. So let them know about Bitcoin, one of the best performing assets. So you guys can see it here, Ropo. He's saying that, Bitcoin is best performing asset in history for sure. Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin right now, you'll find out that, so Bitcoin is being the best performing asset in history. So even if as of today, Bitcoin is being down, let's look at the performance. Even if we are recovering back up, Bitcoin is almost back up to $116,000. Even if as of today, if you look at the all-time chart here, you find out that Bitcoin is still up with about 187 million percent as of today. There's no any other asset that can give you such return. So we show that for sure. Bitcoin is the best performing asset in history of mankind. Don't forget that Bitcoin is just 21 million that will ever be in existence. You guys can see it here. So we only have 21 million. The mass supply of this asset is 21 million. So which is why Bitcoin is so scarce. I have to still show you guys those chart. So the circulation supply of today, we already have a 90.89 million in circulation. We show that the miners, people who are powering Bitcoin network, they only have, 1.12, 1.2 million Bitcoin to be mined over the next years. So the miners, there's no much Bitcoin out there. So they will keep doubling their mining machine to mine more Bitcoin. So you guys can see the market cap as of today is about 2.3 trillion. So when Bitcoin have a 20 trillion market cap, Bitcoin will be trading at least $1 million per coin. So if you heard that people predicting Bitcoin trading $1 million per coin, so it's possible. It's just a matter of time. So which is why Jerome Paul said that Bitcoin is the best performing asset in history, in the history of mankind, for sure. So which take us here, Robert Kiyosaki. So the author of Rich Dad and Poor Dad. So he says something about spot ETF. So he did not say that spot ETF is bad, but people who are buying spot ETF is it's better to buy the real Bitcoin than buying a spot ETF. So the difference is simple. That those people, they don't even want to. People who are buying a spot ETF, they don't want to go through registering with exchange like Binance, BYBIT, or Kraken, Crypto.com, Coinbase, in order for them to buy Bitcoin, because they are scared, for them to be going through those process. So what they do is that they call the asset manager like the Coinbase, sorry, like a BlackRock, to buy those Bitcoin for them. So, but people like you and I, when you want to buy, you buy the real Bitcoin. But in order for the BlackRock to offer this spot ETF, Bitcoin spot ETF, they have to buy at least Bitcoin and hold. But what Robert Kiyosaki is saying here is that so buying the real Bitcoin is even more better than more better than buying than buying a spot ETF. But it does not mean that a spot ETF is not good. But that is because you now get a third party involved. So those BlackRock can tell you tomorrow they run into bankruptcy. So you have to go through another process. At least even if you will get your Bitcoin bank, but you all know what you will go through. So which is what Robert Kiyosaki is saying here. He said that the market will crash. So which is what we are seeing a day like this. He said buy Bitcoin. So this is someone who has been picking up gold over the years, gold and silver. Is now advocating for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency as well. Not just him, even if the Jerome Paul, the Fed chair, he was saying that, the Fed chair, he said that Bitcoin is becoming a mainstream asset, which is sure the Fed chair. So he said that before now, the Fed chair will tell you that, Bitcoin, he's not a fan of Bitcoin, just like President Trump. For a day like today, there are the people who is now advocating for Bitcoin and crypto. So, guys, this is what I showed you guys this yesterday. So, Vizeros raising another $25 million to power Bitcoin mining infrastructure as well. So, which is positive news as well. So, which this was negative for SRP yesterday. So, SRP's SRP is slightly down today. So, you all know that SRP will head up to a New York time high when it was trading between two $3.60 just last week. But guess what? So, a day like today is trading between $3.05. So, following Chris Lesser, which is the co-founder, so he moved 100. I showed you guys this chart yesterday. So the headline yesterday, we showed that he moved about $175 million in SRP. Maybe he want to buy at least what to me, this is not the guy is being he's under fire, is being criticized that he's selling at the top, which I think is normal, taking profit because he hold SRP worth about $4 billion. So taking profit of about $175 million, I think it means nothing. So he want to try to make sure he get a nyash, or he want to get millions $1 million house, which $1 million house for sure. He deserves that, which is why we are investing in Bitcoin and crypto assets. So in order for us to achieve a financial freedom and live a better life. So guys, let's do Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Let's do Q&A. So let's discuss. Let's do Q&A, guys. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. So don't be scared. So each time the market is slightly down like this, you have to take it as an opportunity, to DCA and hold for long term. For sure, we will all be in profit. You guys can see Ethereum still holding strong. Ethereum holding strong here. Ethereum is still trading above, $3,600. You guys can see the weekly performance. Ethereum is still up with the weekly performance. So followed by BNB. BNB is almost back up to $800 once again. So earlier this week, BNB hit a new all-time high, which was $800. So you guys can see with the weekly performance, BNB is up huge. It's up big. So followed by Bitcoin Cash. So guys, even if Solana still holding between $180 as well. So just earlier this week, so was trading between $200. So just $20 from all-time high. So it went up high to $205, $204. So guys, I know it's weekend, it's Friday, and you guys want to go and enjoy the weekend, the Friday. So let's quickly do Q&A, go through the Q&A. So and You guys can go and enjoy the weekend. So even if after the stream, so share the stream with your friends and family. Let them know about Bitcoin and crypto, so we can discuss. So they can be tuning in every single day. We can always discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. It's very, very important. So Bitcoin has been one of the best performing assets over the past few years. Over the past 6 months, Bitcoin has created another 30,000 millions. That's because it's been up huge. It's been up huge. But I totally understand that a day like today, for sure, your portfolio, is in fire. But, which is normal. Which is normal. I'll be saying it, take profit when you're a profit. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Always know that, so for sure the market will always have up and down, but Bitcoin is here to stay. So I will say we are in the last phase of the cycle, but don't be scared. So still raising another $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin, which is huge as well. Yeah, evening guys, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are good. Let's discuss, let's discuss, let's discuss. Drop your question on the chat. Greetings, greetings to you all. Happy weekend. Yeah, see all the greetings from you guys. Oh, but you guys know I can't pop up all the greetings, but let's do Q&A. Thank you, Christabel, Josephine. Yeah, guys, you sharing the stream alone give you opportunity winning Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs from me. So if you want to invest in the crypto space and you don't know what to buy, you're in the right place. So which is why I think at least early 2026 we'll start our DCA portfolio, because I think so by then, so the market will be slightly down. So if history is on our side, so the market will be consolidating, will be slowing down. So we'll be able to buy then. At least this year down, this year down for the this year down and this year up. So let's see what the portfolio will be. It will be a public portfolio, which you guys will be see what I will be buying. Yeah, my people, thank you all. Happy weekend, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Inflation is real. So inflation is real. So the the one thing is that now the US, they have still have a trade deal with Europe here. So, but I know that for sure the European Union are working on that to have a deal with the United States, at least to for things to work out good. But guess what? The tariff is still hitting the country hard. Yes, for sure. I've been saying it. So big boys are taking profit. Mostly. What is it called? Invest Kramer. Invest Kramer already predicted the market yesterday. I was saying it. So this one is Jim Kramer. So we call it Invest Kramer because each time Jim Kramer said that buy, it's a good time to take profit. It's a good time to sell. So Jim Cramer he said yesterday, yeah, Bitcoin hedge against we all know Bitcoin hedge against inflation, but when it's coming from Jim Cramer, you have to make sure that when it's coming from Jim Cramer saying that oh buy, guys, it's a good time to take profit because each time Jim Cramer decide to side the market, it's a good time to sell. Jim Cramer was saying, yeah, it's a good time to take profit to buy yesterday. So we show that yeah, it's a signal. It's a good signal to take profit. I also said that yesterday. Boom, you guys can see Bitcoin deep down huge, but don't be scared that the market is down. So we are still on track. I keep showing you guys most of the data. So that show that Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. President Trump said a few days ago that so Bitcoin and crypto will solve the financial system of the United States, which they have been suffering from over the past few years. So which is true. So Bitcoin solved the financial system because it's simple. You guys can see, Bitcoin has been one of the best performing assets. So that asset that don't have inflation. So more money keep coming into the system as well. So yesterday I saw it on chain that USDT $1 billion was still meted yesterday. $1 billion. So that is fresh money coming into the market as well. So I'm not just saying it. You can check it. It's on chain from War Alert yesterday that $1 billion was meted once again. So we show that for sure, more money are still coming into the crypto space. So Solana, don't sleep on so as well. The network keep growing. I showed you guys yesterday. Solana just go through an upgrade yesterday. So with about at least upgrade the transaction by 20% on chain processions at least for Solana will be processing at least transaction by another 20% just added yesterday. So which is huge as well. So don't sleep on so. And plan B, I showed you guys yesterday that the RSI index is still the RSI index. Seliki, how are you? It's been a long time, man. Did not see you. How are you doing? I hope you guys are good. Seliki, I hope you did not get wrecked trading leverage. I hope you have stopped trading leverage. So I was showing you guys yesterday that the RSI is between. I showed you guys yesterday. Let me quickly see if I can bring out the RSI. Show you guys yesterday that the RSI index is still between 7. You guys can see here. I also show you guys this chart yesterday. This is the RSI. Let me take it this so you guys can see. The RSI is in orange right now, so which is 75. It shows that for sure, the market usually top out between 80, 85. So, say my brother, guys, I'm good. So the RSI is usually top out between 80. So the RSI index is between 75 right now, which is still high, but we are in the last phase of the cycle. We show that we are still in the last phase of the cycle. So you guys can see where you usually buy, but the RSI is between 75. It's between 75 right now, which is the orange dot. So heading to 80, it will take Bitcoin to $140,000. So if the RSI head up to 80, heading up to 85, we take Bitcoin at least between 150 to 160. But which I don't think it will possible this cycle. But let's see. So RSI is in orange zone, as you guys can see here. It's in the orange zone right now. So the red dot, taking the RSI going to the red dot. So last cycle, let's see if we'll be able to see the red dot this cycle. So I don't think we'll see the red dot. Even if we see the, I don't think RSI will be able to head up to, 85. Let's see. If RSI head up to 85, we take Bitcoin at least to $200,000. But don't be scared. So we are still on track. The Wall Street are taking profit. The big boys are taking profit, which is why the market is down. Yeah, how are you all doing? Osita, I'll be seeing you guys for a while. Osita, Saliki, I'm good, guys. All admitted. So don't trade leverage. So don't for now I don't put my money. Oh. So don't trade leverage, so don't trade with high leverage. So guys, the waiting for the dip. Yeah, I'll be saying that as well. So I showed you guys, this is the chart of you guys can see here. If you are waiting for the dip, yeah, for sure. What thing I'll be saying is that I showed the chart earlier just now. So guys, if you are just coming and watch the stream, I show a lot of chart that show that for sure, the market, the market is still on track. So you guys can see here we are in the last, this is the parabolic phase, which is the last phase of the cycle. So we are in the last phase of the cycle right now. So 2026 usually be the cycle, the time which the market usually dip down. As you guys can see here. So at least this chart here is predicting a $200,000 Bitcoin. So then if we head here, we take Bitcoin to at least $200,000 because So this is where we are right now. It's predicting Bitcoin 200K, but we are in the last parabolic phase. So this is where we are right now. So the last phase of the cycle. So this is last year, last cycle bear market, which was 2022. So boom, you guys can see. So from 2022, the market start recovery back up. So you guys can see the market start recovery back up to date. You guys can see here we are in the last phase of the cycle. So 2022. Guys, don't I know a lot of people be saying, oh, we may go into the 2026 may be, we may still be going up, which is the market will still be going up. No, so I don't think so. So I still believe in the 4 year cycle. You guys can see the chart here over the past few years. We have been going with the 4 year cycle. You guys can see. So since 2014. So after 2013, the last cycle, so we entered bear markets, which was the 2014. So you guys can also see here. So the 3 years down, the 3 years up, the parabolic phase, which was 2017. So the bear market, which was 2018. So we entered the 3 years up, which was after having event, after which was is also the 18 months. So the market have been following cycle over the past few years. So which is why I think we are in the last phase of the cycle. So don't be scared. Keep taking profit and this year. So guys, Bitcoin is here to stay. I'll see you all tomorrow from 6 p.m. going. So enjoy the weekend according to our president there. So guys, enjoy the weekend. So keep this year and hold for a long time. For sure, we will all be in profit. See you all tomorrow, guys. Charisco is out. So always tune in, guys. Always tune in. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's share our idea. You guys should let me know on the chat if you are buying. So just like you guys are letting me know you are waiting for the dip for you to buy more. Yeah, for sure. My DCA portfolio is starting. DCA portfolio is starting early next year. So early 2026. If it's true in our side, so for we to buy more. Charisco is out. Yeah, Seliki. See you all tomorrow. Charisco is out, guys. Just enjoy the weekend, guys.